Good morning, dear students. In the previous video, we discussed concept of utility and law of diminishing marginal utility. In this, we are going to discuss consumer's equilibrium through utility approach. So let us start. Consumer's equilibrium. First, you should know what is equilibrium. Equilibrium is actually the state of balance, and consumer need to balance between his income and consumption of goods. We know that we all consume goods and services. We all are consumers, and we consume only those goods which provide us satisfaction, which fulfill our wants. As a student, you purchase notebooks, books, pen, bag, other items as well, because those things satisfy your want. We purchase food because that food satisfy our want and provide us satisfaction. So when we talk about the consumer's equilibrium, a consumer is said to be in equilibrium when he maximizes his satisfaction given his income and price of the commodities. Remember, two things are there. Given income, his income is given, we can say monetary income is given, and price of commodities are also given. So the consumption depends upon the income and the price of the commodities. There are certain assumptions on which this equilibrium condition depends, and when we talk about the utility approach, these assumptions are that utility is measurable, we can measure the utility, consumer's income is given, that is there is no change in consumer's income, price of commodities are given and remain constant, price will remain constant, there will be no change in price of commodities, and one more thing, that is marginal utility of money is taken as constant. As we talk about the marginal utility of money, that means utility derived by spending one more unit of money. So how we can measure this marginal utility of money? It is actually the utility derived by the consumption of a commodity which a consumer can purchase by spending a rupee, that is by spending a unit of money. Let's move forward. When we talk about the consumer's equilibrium, we are having two concepts, that is one commodity case, how a consumer attains equilibrium when he is consuming only one commodity, and two commodity case when he is consuming two commodities only. So in one commodity case, let us assume that a consumer has a given income and he is consuming only one commodity. Say let us assume that commodity X, and equilibrium, that is state of balance, is struck when rupee worth of satisfaction, that is marginal utility of money. I already told you what is marginal utility of money. When the marginal utility of money is equal to the satisfaction he actually derived from the additional unit of a commodity. So mathematically it is written as marginal utility of X divided by price of X, it is equal to marginal utility of money. So this condition or this equilibrium, this can be better explained with the help of schedule and diagram. You will better understand this concept with the help of diagram. Look at the schedule. Units of commodity X And here the assumption is marginal utility of money is 2 util, that is the utility derived from 1 rupee is 2 util, and price of commodity X, it is rupees 4 per unit. So this schedule and diagram is based on that marginal utility of money is 2 and the price of commodity is 4 per unit. So units of X 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and marginal utility of X, we know that as per the law of diminishing marginal utility derived from every successive unit declines. So for the first unit it is 20, for second it is 18, for third it is 16, for fourth unit it is 8, and for fifth unit it is 0, and for sixth unit it is -5. Now the ratio of marginal utility and the price of commodity, it is given in third column. 20 divided by price, it is 4, is equal to 5, and for second unit it is 18 divided by 4, that is 4.5, and for the third unit it is 16 divided by 4, which is 4, and for the fourth unit is 8 divided by 4, which is equal to 2, and for the fifth unit it is 0 divided by 4, that is 0, and for the sixth unit it is -5 divided by 4, which is equal to -1.25. And we know that marginal utility of, in assumptions we already discussed that the marginal utility of money remains constant. So for each and every unit, additional unit, that marginal utility of money, for every unit of money, for every rupee, the utility is same. That is, for first rupee it is 2, for second rupee it is 2, for third rupee it is 2, for fourth rupee it is 2. So for all the units it is equal to 2. So a consumer will be in equilibrium when he consumes 4 units of commodity. Why it is so? Because at fourth unit the marginal utility is equal to 8, and the marginal utility in terms of money, that marginal utility of X divided by P of X, it is marginal utility in terms of money, it is 8 by 4, which is equal to 2, and here the marginal utility of money is 2. So we can say that marginal utility of X divided by P of X is equal to marginal utility of money. If we assume that price of commodity P of X is 1, then we can say that the marginal utility, a consumer is in equilibrium when marginal utility of X is equal to marginal utility of money. So if you assume that, here the assumption is that price of commodity is rupees 4, but if we assume that price of commodity X is 1, then consumers in equilibrium when marginal utility of X is equal to marginal utility of money. So in the diagram, this horizontal red line, it is marginal utility of money, constant, parallel to the x-axis, this is constant, and this blue line, you can check, this is marginal utility of commodity X, and the intersection, you can see the intersection, fourth unit, at fourth unit there is intersection between marginal utility of X curve and marginal utility of money. So this point is point of equilibrium. So a consumer will be in equilibrium when he is consuming 4 units of commodity. So let us talk about the fifth unit, and let us talk about the third unit. When we talk about the third unit, so it is 16 divided by 4, which is equal to 4. So the marginal utility of X divided by P of X, that is marginal utility in monetary terms, it is greater than the marginal utility of money. So a consumer, a rational consumer will go on consumption, so that this marginal utility of X divided by P of X, that ratio of marginal utility and price, will be equal to the marginal utility of money. So a consumer will get more satisfaction by consuming 1 more unit of commodity. Now let us talk about the fifth unit. When the marginal utility is 0, so at that time a consumer will not consume the fifth unit. Why? Because he is getting more satisfaction from money, so he will not spend that unit of money on the consumption of good X. So that is the reason a consumer is in equilibrium when he consumes 4 units of commodity only. Let's move forward. Now 2 commodity case. when we discussed the one commodity case, say commodity X, here we assume that there are two commodities. A consumer is consuming two commodities, commodity X and commodity Y, and same, a consumer can achieve equilibrium when he maximizes his level of satisfaction, when he maximizes his utility. Here for the first commodity X, same like we discussed in commodity one commodity case, that the ratio of the marginal utility of X divided by end price is equal to marginal utility of money, and the marginal utility of money remains constant. And another commodity Y, that is marginal utility of Y divided by P of Y, it is equal to marginal utility of money. So let us take commodity X as first equation and for commodity Y second equation, and when we from these two equations we will get that marginal utility of X divided by P of X, or the ratio of marginal utility of X and P of X, is equal to ratio of marginal utility of Y and P of Y. This law is also called as law of equimarginal utility. Why this is called law of equimarginal utility? Because this states that a consumer will allocate his expenditure in such a way that utility gained from the last rupee spent on each commodity is equal. So a consumer will be in equilibrium when last rupee spent on either of the commodity it is same level of satisfaction. That means on the rupee spent on commodity X and rupee spent on commodity Y yield same level of satisfaction to a consumer. So that is why this is also known as law of equimarginal utility. Let us have an explanation of this two commodity case equilibrium or law of equimarginal utility. Let us have the explanation of law of equimarginal utility or consumer's equilibrium in two commodity case with the help of this diagram. You can see on your screen, from left to right we are measuring commodity X, and from right to left we are measuring commodity Y, and R1 R is the marginal utility of X divided by P of X curve, and S1S is for commodity Y, marginal utility of commodity Y. And point E is a point of intersection where both these curves intersect each other, and at this point the marginal utility of X, ratio of marginal utility of X and the price of X is equal to ratio of marginal utility of Y and the price of commodity Y. If we assume that price of X and price of Y is same, that Px is equal to Py, then the equilibrium condition will be marginal utility of X is equal to marginal utility of Y, because denominators are same and they will cancel out. Any deviation from E, say let us talk about the point T, when a consumer is consuming OT amount of commodity X and O1T amount of commodity Y, then there is loss of utility, that is SRE, that is shaded area. This is the loss of utility. So a consumer will move towards the right from T to M, where he will achieve maximum satisfaction. And I already told you, as per the law of equimarginal utility, a consumer is in equilibrium when a rupee spent on either of the commodity yields the same level of satisfaction, either on good X or good Y. So it is point E where the additional rupee spent on either of the commodity yields the same level of satisfaction to a consumer. So at point E, a consumer will purchase OM units of commodity X and O1M units of commodity Y. So a consumer will be in equilibrium at this point. Now any deviation from E, from say right to the E or left to the E, that is disequilibrium there are two disequilibrium situations. One is when the ratio of marginal utility of x and the price of x is greater than marginal utility of y divided by price of y, that is ratio of marginal utility of y and the price of the commodity y. Here it means that a consumer is getting more satisfaction per rupee spent on commodity X as compared to commodity Y. So a consumer will go on purchasing more units of commodity X. A consumer will consume more units of commodity X, so as the ratio of marginal utility of X and the price of commodity declines. Why it will decline? Because of law of diminishing marginal utility. As a consumer consumes more and more units of a commodity, the utility derived from every additional unit declines. So a consumer will consume more of X, and he will go on consuming till the marginal ratio of marginal utility of X and price of X will be equal to marginal utility of Y and divided by price of Y. So when these ratios will be equal, then equilibrium will be struck. So at that time a consumer will be in equilibrium. Now other condition, when the ratio of marginal utility of X and price of X is less than the ratio of marginal utility of Y and price of commodity Y. So here this condition states that a consumer is getting more utility when he spent one more unit of money on commodity Y. So he will go on consuming commodity Y, and that will lead to the decrease in marginal utility of commodity Y, and he will go on consuming till the ratio becomes equal. That is, the ratio of marginal utility of X and P of X will be equal to ratio of marginal utility of Y and P of Y. So remember this thing, when marginal utility of X divided P of X is greater, so a consumer will consume more of X, and if marginal utility of Y divided by P of Y is greater, then a consumer will consume more of Y. So I hope that you will understand this topic properly, and you will get doubts if any, and hope that you will use this time for study purposes. You will use this time properly, and you will prepare your notes as well. These videos are sufficient for the preparation of notes. I know because of lockdown you are not able to purchase books, but I provided you books via WhatsApp group, and you can take help of those books as well for note making purposes and for assignment purposes. And I hope that you are doing your assignments as well properly, and stay safe. Thank